Hi, Tim Brown's Reed here. Just wanted to warn you that this reading will contain immense amounts of strong language, and this fic actually contains rape and sexual abuse, and not really, not really suitable for people 18 and under. Yeah.
Coming from us, yeah.
yeah, coming from us.
Yeah, you can read it whenever you want, I don't care. Well, Connor's going to be reading the first chapter for you, so...
And then he's going to read the second chapter. We're going to do a chapter every single week. Right. Go. It was a sunny day in Ponyville. Rainbow Dash had made another excellent job in clearing the skies, and now watching secretly from the only cloud left behind other than the Philly twilight sparkle. Sorry, this is my first time reading a fic on video, so I do tend to stutter. Also, I have autism, so yeah. The purple unicorn could enjoy the warm, comfortable sun during the walk to sweet Applejack's. Applejack had invited her to come take a look at the new apple cellar they built to store the best apples for brewing their homemade apple juice. What's the apple cider? Anyway.
Apple juice.
An offer Twilight simply had to accept. She was a bit curious over why only she was invited. However, since the other girls in the circle of friendship also wanted to go when they heard about it at Twilight's invitation, not even Spike was allowed to come with her. But
sorry.
But only as good friends. But as good friends, they all accepted the fact that, and instead of complaining, decided to wait patiently for their eventual turn to see the cellar. A wise decision.
Wise decision, yeah.
Of good friends. The big barn in the center of the farm could be seen from a short distance. So the filly hasted the last cut of her travel in order to reach it faster. When she took her last hoof steps before approaching the big barn door, a surprised named Applejack waited around the corner of the building. Howdy, Twilight. How nice to see you come. How nice to see you coming here in such short notice. The Earth Pony welcomed her with. Applejack, of course, I wouldn't decline you.
Good day.
Even if it was a bit weird, I was invited. I responded. The young worker smiled at her and said was all. Let me just start that one again. The young worker smiled at her and said it was all for a very specific reason, which she was about to tell her. But first she insisted that they went into the cellar before anyone else. Oh no. Twilight nodded slightly, but she just couldn't drop the thought that for some reason it thought of it. It was, after all, kind of unusual for some pony like AJ to only invite one.
I said A to J there.
Yeah, so did I. AJ to only invite one of her friends to something like this. But she only knew that this hard-working pony was the absolutely most reliable one. So Twilight took took for granted that she must have had some good reason, even if she didn't really understand what sort. Well, sure, you've realised already. Can I just start that again? Who's reading? Oh, man. Sorry, who was saying? Well, sure, you've already gotten acquainted with the old stairs to our cellar, have I? The Twilight, yeah, Twilight. Applejack giggled while walking down the hard steps to the cellar to make the unicorn get blinking. Okay. Which she did, and did and. Okay, that confused me.
And
Did. It's either this person who made this fic is either very makes a lot of mistakes, or he just stupid. I don't know. and I'm lost now. God damn it. Wait a second, folks. I am lost. One second. Look, I've
that's
got
all, folks. Okay.
Where are you? And oh yeah. Smirked a bit over remembering what circumstances were involved. Oh, come now, shut you. A little joke here, and there can't be that hard to digest now.
That's what she said.
Oh. Okay.
Did you choke?
Sure. And let's read this damn thick and stutter like a bitch. She replied and glanced kindly on the purple pony. Twilight blushed, and she said was alright after all. It was a funny moment, memory. Applejack smiled even wider and stopped in the midst of the stairs to turn around and look at the unicorn's red cheeks. You know what, Twi? Blush, I may be the cutest, but there's absolutely nothing prettier than to see you out of Pony's blush. God. She spoke silently and looked straight into her friend's eyes.
Skype noise!
What?
I heard a Skype noise!
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
But at the same time, heavily flattered. Twilight covered her face with her right forehoof to hide how even redder it got from hearing that. Oh, Twilight's getting a crush.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert.
I just thought I'd say that to creep you out.
Okay.
I actually think I've read through it already.
You have read through it already?
No, I've only read through like 2 chapters. Don't say any spoilers.
Say again?
Don't say any spoilers. Just get on with it.
I won't finish. A short moment passed with them both drowning in each other's eyes. Then Applejack whispered to her, That's also one of the reasons I advise you and little pony house.
Rip face.
Oh. Twilight simply didn't know what simply. One cannot simply walk in modern. I was like. Twilight simply did not didn't know what to say about that, but her suspicion started to grow towards the Earth Bunny. Without any further ado, Applejack continued down the stairs without uttering another word. Wow, I'm actually reading well now.
Oh, hello.
While it took some time for Twilight to do the same, when they both had reached the hard, cold and grey stone floor that passed the open doors to the room, ugh, got cold. The unicorn looked down around to see all the things in this big cellar. Dozens of barrels filled with apples along the walls, with a lit torch above each tent. Slight amount of pillars made out of wood with a symmetric foundation, and at the far end of the cellar with the brewer of lots of bottles next to it on the floor. Twilight took a few steps inside and couldn't help thinking it all looked more like a dungeon than a cellar for apples.
Dun dun dun.
Actually, so much that she had to ask her friend about it. But suddenly, when she was right about to open her mouth, Twilight heard a click from the door
Dun
behind
dun
her.
dun. Again. Times 2.
Yes, I bet Applejack's gonna turn around the door. Yeah, I have to leave now.
Okay, got enough. No.
Sorry. Applejack took away her hoof from the lock of the door and giggled before turning around to face her surprised friend.
Just out of nowhere.
Sorry about that. I've had a cold for weeks. There's something I want to show you.
It's my penis! Sorry.
But out of nowhere. I shouldn't know what to show you. My penis. It's almost as funny as that. Do you like?
No, you know what's funnier?
Oh.
Zeka's reading where his flatmate comes in and he goes, "We're having pizza," and I go, and then they're like both have orgasms over pizza. It's hilarious.
Okay, let's get it over with, right? But it's a hush, so nobody
It's
can
my
see
penis.
the more serious face, even though her smile was still intact.
I like how you licked your lips.
The unicorn had grown a bit nervous, but so far nothing was really out of order. If Applejack wants to keep a secret, if Applejack wants her to keep a secret, she sure should put more effort into this time than when she tried to keep Spike's secret about his crush on Rarity, like what everybody knew. Remember the tailcopter? Just drooling over. Anyway, Applejack opened one of the barrels with a torch above it and stuck down her head to lift up a ball filled with what seemed to be apple juice in her mouth, causing Twilight to lick her lips when she saw the colour of the fluid.
It's penis flavoured. Oh, what?
Come on, Ben, you're not making this easy.
I know, that's the point.
Yes, Bonnie opened the bottle and put it on the floor in front of the unicorn and then told her to taste it. Twilight asked first what was so special about it, which Adrian answered with.
Penis in it. Okay,
Come on,
sorry.
Ben, stop. You're not going to eat me. It has a special kick in it. It's my own special brew with some help from the car.
Not in that way, Connor. It's not in that way.
No. How would you know? Maybe. It may be. You know, it sure is delicious. Oh, I tell you. Which convinced the unicorn that it was nothing by it. The tea Twilight always got from the Zebra's Nakara was always tasty, so comparing it with sweet applejack's fruits should bring the utmost flavour from
Never
it.
mind, I've changed my mind. I actually do think it's a certain something.
Yeah, certain something. Just a certain something. Anyway, where am I?
With her doubts removed, I think.
But with her doubts removed, Twilight sat down and grabbed the bottle in front of her hose and took a sip. Applejack boldly said,
Dun,
"You've
dun, dun.
got to pour way more down the hatch before I can feel it properly fly."
Dun dun dun.
Held up the bottle for it, so she wouldn't stop swallowing these 3 gulps until 3 gulps. Twilight coughed a bit and dried her mouth while letting AJ put the bottle back where it came from. She didn't feel anything yet, even if it only had passed a few seconds. Suddenly she realized a little detail. Wait, Applejack, why did only I have to taste this special juice? She said while lifting an eyebrow towards Applejack. She said, gladly responding by sitting down in front of her and sighing. To be honest, well, I've always wanted this. You and me alone, where no pony can interrupt us. So so I could have you for myself, you know? Applejack said with some traces of shyness. Oh yeah. Twilight suddenly understood everything that like a flash of insight. However, she had no idea how to respond to this, allowing Applejack to continue. Every darn time I see you getting along with any of these other girls, I just get so, she said silently, while slowly hanging down her head and up to the floor. Frustrated. Yeah, and you know, for sure that Rainbow Dash is on to you. So I
Myself
simply
a penis.
Yes. You're not making this easy. Desperate, I guess. Then finished with another sigh. For once, it stood pretty much still in Twilight's head. An obvious confession, and Rainbow dashes on to her. So AJ is feeling desperate in a try to focus. She shook her head and lifted her forehooves to meet them with Applejack's clip.
Do you know what's not helping with this? I've got surprise butt sex stuck in my head. Butt sex.
Yeah, surprise! But
come on, Connor. Focus. You know, try to focus.
The Earth Pony responded by looking up at Twilight and then do the same with their own 2 hooves, gently pushing them to touch her friends Twilight didn't really know what to say about all this, but one thing was for sure in her mind. Applejack, I am very flattered how you feel about me, but I'm afraid I can't answer your feelings. I'm sure there is some other feeling. Suddenly, Twilight was interrupted by her friend who quickly moved her whose thick quickly in
Oh, it's getting personal
Oh.
in this ship business.
By the way, Ben is the humour of this whole of the two of us. He'll be popping up some he'll be reading. He'll be
Yes,
reading
and every
chapters,
time
of
I
course.
read one, it's
But
gonna not be sexual in any way. It's just gonna be hilarious, because everybody's gonna be laughing, because that's all I do, is go, lol, haha, ruffle, lol. Continue.
basically the humour of the group, and I'm like the stuttering of the group.
I am a
Yeah.
tumor. I am a tumor. I am a tumor. I am a tumor. I am so sorry, Mum.
Alright, let's focus. Let's focus. Come on. Well, with an even more serious face, look deep into the purples of his eyes. No, it's not like it's not like that. I tell, twa. Ever since first time I laid my eyes on it, you be inside my head, and never checking out.
Applejack's head. Sorry, I got
Okay,
Rick Ross committed as well.
Another poem, then yeah. She said, but while finishing with a tear slowly running down her eye. Aww. This is going to count as a subject.
Oh, look at him. Oh, they want to have sex so bad.
Twilight had too much pleasure in her head that causing her to just have one thought in her mind. Leave before this gets too serious. Thus pulled away from her legs and stood up while looking away. She couldn't look her friend in her eyes who was so brave to come out with such a confession when Twilight herself had say no to her. It was really getting too much. So she humbly said to Applejack, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Jay, but I can't. I just can't. Please, we can leave this. We can leave this place. I need. Can we leave this place? I need to get some fresh air.
I don't want your penis inside me, boo.
While scratching on the solid rock, still facing another way from the earth pony. Applejack stared at her for a moment while inhaling air from for her answer. I don't think you understand, Twilight. Then standing up on all, Twilight slowly moved her sight to the corner of her eyes while forming a question mark in her thoughts. The young worker stood next to the friend and moving her, staring down to Twilight's flank. Oh no. She had an idea on what to do with that beautifully shaped star drawn on it. And drawn, it's fully formed. You haven't seen the show, have you? You haven't seen any of the show, have you? This guy is
lost us.
Is he?
Found it.
You've lost me already. Right, now I've lost.
I find you lose.
Exactly, no. John, perhaps even a perfect idea to make the unicorn understand. Twilight felt the nervousness arriving to her mind when she saw Applejack's food approaching
Oh.
towards her cute enough.
Oh.
As as it was about to touch, she quickly moved behind to dodge. The Earth Bunny pouted while continuing looking at the red star, feeling the lust,
Don't touch it.
to try and touch it again.
So much. Oh,
Don't touch. Do I have to
I
follow
wanna
you
touch it.
everywhere? SpongeBob. Twilight understood this and instantly walked up to the door in front of her while trying to be responsible for her friend. Applejack, let's not do anything hasty here. Okay? You're starting to scare me a bit.
Oh, Connor does that every day.
But the try was for nothing. When the purple pony was just one step from the door,
Oh!
her behind was suddenly violently aside,
Her
losing
behind
her
me.
balance. In essence, while hitting her back on the cold floor. Suddenly terrified and even more confused, she looked up at Applejack from the floor, who was stood in front of her with a more evil smile
I'm gonna
on her
rape you,
lips and
little girl.
asking, "You seriously don't want? You don't know how serious I am, so I."
Accent, please.
And
Whoa!
I think we know how serious you are, boy. Seriously, what, boy? I think we know how serious you are. Applejack now stood above the choked twilight. Her hooves was holding down the forelegs of the poor unicorn, while her hind legs was widespread with Applejack's foot.
I'm going to rape you,
Shut up!
and there's
The
nothing you can do about it.
Earth Bunny lowered her head to more deep into her friend's eyes, which now slowly grew some angry eyebrows.
I
I
don't
do
want.
not want this, so don't force me to push you aside with my magic, she said with a threatening voice. However, Applejack didn't feel any bit threatened by the lame pony, so everything she did was to snigger while continuing to reach Twilight's mouth. The unicorn focused her horn in order to gain the ability to push away her friend, but something was terribly wrong. Her horn didn't go, nor did it feel anything happen to it. She gasped over it. Applejack's already reached her target, forcing her soft lips around Twilight's open mouth. The purple pony was stunned for a brief moment. When she felt Twilight, Applejack's tongue covering her own. but the moment passed, letting her struggle back by turning her head and gasp for air. She was scared over her inability to do anything, but her mask was still on. She faced the Earth Bunny and asked seriously, "What's in that bottle you told me
I've
to
just
drink?"
noticed something. My zips are undone.
Did you really want to say that over a recording?
My headset just fell off.
Yes.
I'm amazing.